Little video on this one, kind of a product review, I guess, or some not so much the product himself because I just bought it and played a little bit with it, but more the usefulness that I saw in that product. So as you saw in a few of my videos and other stuff that I've been doing and things with communication, I'm working on my communication platform. And every time, I don't know, like, what's with my brain and stuff, but every time I ask a question, there's 10 other questions that comes with it. And so I should stop learning stuff, and it'll be a little bit easier for my life. But what I notice is that now, okay, I have radios. Now I'm getting information, where I'm getting that information and stuff. But now it's like where to put it. So you have like maps, you got like different things and stuff. But I was looking for something that is a little bit more interactive, and something that I could like a little bit tactical map, I guess. And I found an app that is both, and I'll put the link. It's both available on iOS and iPhone, Apple product. And I played a little bit with it, and I really like it, and I can see a lot of advantage and use to it. Just to warn you, it is like it's a paid one, but I think, and I know a lot of people, like, unless it's free, I don't want to hear about it. But I think on this one I would consider it because it has a lot of use. I can see. I mean, I'm starting to look at GSI, which is stand for anyway, in map making. It's basically when you put data with a map, and your map becomes a little bit interactive. So if you put it on a point, you know what's where and stuff. Because it would be interesting to have maps like this in the out. Because once you're taking a decision, so if I know that I need to bug out, not just have a map of where things are, but where's the zone, like where we're talking about, where should I expect having a little bit more riots, where would contamination kind of propagate itself, where are my hazards around? Is there nuclear plants? And obviously those are a very obvious one, but for example, if you look at the big explosion in China, well, if you know you're living near a port that receives a lot of biohazard product, you may not think about like a nuclear plant that is producing, but there's biohazard there. So what would be my plan to mitigate that? Where should I go if those things, maybe run scenarios about, okay, if the wind is that way and stuff. So this is where that app, I think, can have not only to pre-made plan treatment, but also when you're in the situation themselves, as you hear some information, you have a place to put it. So I'll show you a few screenshots that I took of the apps. So basically, the apps comes in different ways. There is there's some for tactical, so like police and stuff. There's for EMS. This one is the incident command one. Those that are not familiar with the incident command, basically since the 1970s, it's been like everybody way of using. So any disasters or any multiple, so when police and everybody has to work together, incident command is kind of the way of working. It's a hierarchical approach, and so this one is again for that if there's a big disaster happening and stuff. There's different function on it. You can either have like satellite, you can have like a map, like, so they can take straight from a Google map, and it has if your GPS is on, that means it know exactly where you are, and it can take the information on it. As you can see, it's exactly the same map as Google. So you can also have like the satellite if it's near a forest or something. Sometimes that works a little bit better because you see a little bit more what it looks like. Also, you can either have like you can take a picture. So if I see a building and I take a picture, then I can draw off that building from a picture, or a situation that I see. And the third one is what they call a sandbox. So basically, it's if you imagine that if you had a stick and sand and you would draw a plan like this, that's another one that you can do. One of the first thing is that you can enter the weather at that time, and so you have like where the wind is going, how far, how clear, and things like that, the distance and stuff like that. So that could be important to know if you're expecting like biohazards situations and stuff. So where is the wind, and that could start your thing. Say, okay, if the wind is going this way right now today, I should go this way. So for example, if the wind would be this way, then, and let's say the disaster would be where I'm pointing right now, that means I would evacuate this way because the wind would go against the wind. So you see right there, just having this few information, it helps me to establish a plan. Those are and so out of as you can see now, another screen that they have is right here is the toolbar. Out of the toolbar, you can either use like pens, so they're a little bit like markers that you can write stuff and everything. But one of the really thing that I really like, and this is where I think it's worth the money, is those icons. And as you can see, you get all different icons. You get hazards, incident, you get objects and stuff. And I'll show you another map that I kind of did of kind of putting all together. But you see, like right now I got radiation, so I can imagine, let's say I heard that there was on the radio that there was a radiation over here, so I'm putting my radiation there. So now I know the radiation is there. So again, now I know my wind. As you can see here, the wind is going this way, so the radiation has a pen here. The wind is going this way, I'm going this way. So right now, see, like information, making maps right away, took 2 or 3 minutes just with the information gathering and putting that together. Then the next one in here, as you can see, it's a little bit more the most complete one. If you see here, what that symbol means is riots. No, sorry, this one is riots. So you see, like they're having riots here. This means that there's a civil unrest kind of over here. So if you imagine now, I got 2 hospitals right over there that I've established. So the symbol is pretty there. I got civil unrest that's going there, and also when they you can point like a line on them. Over here, you see again my radiation pattern. You see my winds and stuff. And so again, it's exactly that. Its purpose is for when there's an incident happen, the incident command can sit down, take a picture, download maps prior on your tablets, again either Androids or Apple product, and right now by just getting information either by listening to my frequency and stuff, I can make maps that way. The advantage too, as those maps can now be email, they can be saved on your tablets, they can be sent through emails, and I'm working on that thing, but there's videos that shows that you can send tactical stuff like that, or pictures through the radio waves as well. So now if you have that capacity with you, that means now I have pictures like this, I've listened to whatever, I send this to X that is following the situation on another part of the city, and now he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Not just say, oh yeah, I heard that near this place. No, it's like it's right there. You got your data. You know exactly where the stuff is. You can report the stuff, and with clear signs. Like, I mean, everybody know what the H means and things like that. So anyway, it was just an idea, kind of on a subject that I wanted to talk. I've been playing with it a little bit. I really like it. And so I didn't discover all the facility, but right now already there, it was worth the little money that it costs as an app, because of all its usefulness. And even again, when I was saying this is during an active disaster, as you get information and stuff, but to prepare also, you can put things knowing that, okay, there's a here in the port here, there's a chemical company that I know is working, so I know that they're over there and stuff. So, and then you can save those, and you can even like print them and make maps of your own maps with all that information in place. And so basically now you can make your own systems and of maps and books and stuff with way more information than just regular maps that we can buy. For a cheap way of doing it, because I was looking at like some of the system of GSI system, and they're like $650. A lot of information, and this is what you're paying. You're paying for the data and all the technology behind it. But I think paying $650 is a little bit on the expensive side. But this would be kind of a cheaper way of doing it, and yet you're kind of getting a little bit the same system. So I'll hopefully you like that video, and I'll talk to you soon.